With force
Unless they add
versatility.
like another, you know, 20 heroes to the pool, then I'd be fine with it.
Fair enough. So there's that first pick, Tiny, coming in from Magma, and then the Phoenix. Yeah, so one after the
Here
other.
comes the Mirana, I assume. Because Snapfire's banned. Unless they have another answer to the Phoenix that they want to go with. Maybe like a Nyx or something, potentially.
Hmm.
But, I mean, that feels even worse than Mirana, so...
Yeah, it could be tough.
I can't believe with Snapfire banned, Magma still decided to open with the Tiny rather than the Phoenix. That's pretty crazy.
Usually you see it the other way around.
Because obviously Magma had the choice, and they saw that Snapfire was banned. This is a tough one, actually. I think because they need a way of dealing with the Phoenix, but if they pick the Mirana now, they show that the Tiny's going to be a core, right?
Yeah.
Which is not what you want to do. So maybe they look at like picking the Void themselves here, but then EHOME can still take Master themselves if they want to. Like EHOME can pair something with this Phoenix no matter what Magma go for here. So it's no wonder they're taking so much time thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like at the end of this, they're just going to pick Mirana and have used all this reserve time. But
Okay.
my feelings are not always correct, and they just go Doom. Okay.
So they still have flex value on their heroes, which is nice. Especially, I think, do they go Mars or Void here? Or maybe they feel like there's another hero that helps versus Doom, that like keeps people alive during it, potentially, as well.
I don't know if we'll see that here. They could just pick a Witch Doctor, right?
They could do, yeah, that would be pretty good.
Okay.
They go for the Mars. Okay. I think that's the safe pick, right?
Yeah.
These might be the two worst heroes for Magma to potentially try and hit an egg.
Yeah. They don't really have an egg hitter at the moment.
Like, of all the heroes in Dota, these might be the worst two. Is there a worse one? Maybe like Darkseer. I don't know.
Treant.
Tree. Yeah. Darkseer's pretty funny. Like Darkseer versus Grim, when he tries to hit the bug. The phantom thing, whatever it's called. But yeah.
Grimstroke's wife. You could just,
Grimstroke's wife, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very lore friendly, B-Cop. I don't care enough about lore to worry about things like that.
I try. I definitely try. They get rid of the Pugna pretty early for Magma. They saw that it was a nuisance in the last game, even though they kind of slowed it down in the lane. Once it hit 6, it was keeping people alive. And that was it.
I could see EHOME going for potentially Venge +1 in the second phase, I think. And Venge is like their pseudo save for the Doom, like to try and get people out. Because we've seen Xnova play that today already. I think he played it twice earlier, right?
I think so. I still like the Witch Doctor, though, for EHOME.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't mind the Witch Doctor either. What else could they go for? I'm more wondering about what Magma are going to do personally. Because, I mean, if they put the Tiny and the Doom in the offlane together, it feels like a really weak lane.
Yeah.
So I think they're susceptible to getting Timber Sword potentially as well, Magma, with this opening pair. Obviously, I think Timber Sword's a bit of a bait hero at the moment, but
That seems like last pick material.
yeah, potentially. I mean, it would have been a really good Oracle game as well, I think, up against the Doom, but it's unfortunately been banned out. I think Chen maybe as well for either team. I think could be okay because like Chen has this pseudo save as well with the Hand of God, right, to try and keep people alive as well.
I think right now, if you're picking it up for either team, then you got to ban the Enchantress, right?
No. I don't think so. I don't think you pick Ench just purely to deal with a Chen. That's not like.
It's not as countering as the Ench to the Beastmaster.
No. because they tend to be in separate side lanes anyway, right? Like they're both +5s most of the time. They ban the Zeus. So they thinking about potentially picking Terrorblade here. I don't know, maybe like Terrorblade Venge on EHOME. Could have potential. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now what's their answer to the TB? I actually have no idea. This EHOME like opening 3 picks already looks really strong.
Yeah.
Like they have the kind of like decent save from the Phoenix with the Sunray. Undying's a good pick though. I like that.
I think EHOME, we're going to want to ban the puck.
Potentially. Yeah, I think Queen of Pain or something as well could be a decent ban.
Mm-hmm.
But they still have... Again, it's another awful egg hitter. That's really funny. Maybe they're just going for like Darkseer, Undying, Doom, Tiny, and they're proving that they might be able to destroy an egg without any egg
They
hitters.
all hit it once.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's the Witch Doctor.
Here we go.
Amazing.
We're both getting them right, Mo.
So now you're probably like, oh god. Tiny 4, Doom mid, maybe? And we pick a different 3? Maybe like a Pugner or something could be okay? Oh no, Pugner got banned. There you go, Morph.
You could still go Ancient Apparition and flex that Witch Doctor. Well, no, you can't. You've already got the...
No.
I
you
mean,
Mars
you
mid,
could put
Phoenix
Mars
3,
mid.
But... I think as long as you just pick some like really high tempo hero that runs around, like Void Spirits or Embers and things that builds a vessel, I think this Morphling is still really sad, this game. It's obviously a very good core matchup against the TB, because you have that ability to get the meta for yourself and whatnot. Yeah, there's the Queen of Pain ban. I don't mind this Morphling pick, it's okay. I'm more worried about the rest of their heroes. Like, they don't have great lockdown at the moment on EHOME to deal with this Morphling. It's kind of really only the Spear.
So I would say Magma bans the puck.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a puck ban's okay.
And then EHOME.
EHOME probably going to look to ban a hero that deals with TB, like in terms of dealing damage to him. Because obviously Morph's really good in core to core, but they still need a hero that pressures him early on in the game, right?
So would it be like Alina maybe they're looking
That's
for?
good. No, I think I think they have to assume that it's a Doom mid, because if it's Doom 3, this Witch Doctor has an absolute field day. Because we've seen that matchup already once today, and yeah, Doom dies twice in like the first 5 minutes or something, right?
So I think this is a puck ban for Magma. Or oh wow, okay, Necro. You know, I was just feeling myself too much on the last bans. I think if you're EHOME, why not go puck?
You could do. It's not the greatest laner against Doom though, or potentially Tiny. Like, it's good for the game overall.
Just has to get out of the lane doing decent.
Yeah, they might be worried about their laning stage a little bit more. I think TA could be cool.
Oh.
Which we haven't really seen today. I still think Quasterix Invoker could be good for EHOME as well, because like as the game goes on, you have good Sunstrike setups as well with like the Spear and stuff. Natural Vessel Buyer. Kunkka could be okay as well, building a vessel, I think, for EHOME. Sounds pretty good, gives them a bit more team fight as well. I mean, they have so much reserve time to work with, where Magma used all theirs for their second pick in the draft, right?
Yeah, that was a lot of time in that second pick.
There's only so much time I can fill here, B-Cop, with hero suggestions. I mean, Void Spirit's obviously still in the pool, which is like the...
Yeah. I'm still going to go with the Storm Spirit ban. Seems like I'm just hitting on that one every single time. It was an Ember.
Yeah,
I got
Ember.
one part right.
Yeah, they need some hero that bridges the mid, like, early game for them, I think. And, like, that makes TB scared.
Is the Void Spirit even going to make TB scared, though, if they pick it for Magma?
Yeah, I think it potentially could.
Yeah, I actually like that a lot better.
Okay.
I like
So it's
that
going to be
Pango.
Doom mid, Pango 3, I would imagine. I'm not actually sure. It could be either way around. But
Yeah, TZY is really good at that Pango, but I could see it being mid.
I mean, it's obviously going to depend on matchups as well and what like EHOME picks here. Yeah, I really want to see an Evoker. If EHOME win this game, you know, I want to end it up on a bang. You know,
Yeah.
I want to see a fun hero.
XM Invoker is pretty good. Because they also have the spear, they could hit the Sunstrike.
What about Veno?
Venomancer.
Oh
Okay,
no,
I'm
I'm
down
too
with
late.
that.
Oh.
No.
Do you remember? When we cast this tournament last time, and there was that game that CDEC played where XM was playing, and I was like, I'm sure I like this Veno pick here, and it finally came out. I lost my mind. It was great. But I mean, XM's a really good Veno player.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's probably my favorite Veno player going at the moment, especially mid lane, and he has been good for a while on this hero.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows how to play this game, if it doesn't matter if he has to lane against Pango or against Doom, he'll have a free lane. And like as the game goes on, he builds like the Spirit Vessel, builds possibly towards like a pipe or something as well. It's very 4 protect 1 on EHOME, but I like their draft a lot. The only thing I'm worried about for them is how well this like Phoenix Mars does against Undying. Because the Morphling should have a relatively good laning stage because this Undying is protecting it well. And they have a good core matchup against the TB. But I think their other two lanes with the Doom and the Pango are going to really suffer.
Is this just a game where EHOME kind of pressure early? XM loves going fast with that Venomancer.
I don't know how fast you can play on Veno though, really. Like you tend to just sit in the lane, right, and just push waves out. Like try and force rotations towards your lane, otherwise you take the tower with wards, I think, really early on. Yeah, I mean, their lanes are quite static in general. Like it's up to the Mars to have a good time to make plays on the map for EHOME.
Prepare for
I even think going the mid to late game, even against this Morphling, I think they'll be feeling really good about their draft. Any excuse for XM to play Veno? He's like, yeah, give me this hero.
I'll take it. And it's mid tiny.
So it's 4 Doom.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that.
I mean, to be honest, it doesn't matter what hero they put mid. The Veno, as soon as it hits level 3, it's going to be bullying really hard.
yeah.
Like, they're all melee, like, strength heroes, right? Oh, well, I guess Pango's not a strength hero, but it doesn't really matter.
I like TZY on the Pango, though. It's one of his better heroes.
30 seconds to battle.
Ooh.
Nova taking a bunch of just tower shots.
That's
Eats a
really
lot of
nice as well. It's
damage.
going to force him back to base. Ooh.
Is it worth taking a Voodoo Restoration level 1? I've seen a couple of Witch Doctors do that.
You can in some lanes, but we talked about this earlier, that I think in the lane against the Doom, it's really important you have the
Cast.
Cask and the Maledict.
The battle
And like,
begins.
so you, level 3, you go 1-0-2, and then you have really good kill potential. I wonder how could Magma feel about their draft. Because their second pick took a long time, right? So they obviously had a lot of thinking going on
Yeah.
in their squadron.
I wonder what the talk is there, too. Taking all that time. It certainly
Yeah.
felt like it wasn't like the pick to hold that or use that reserve time on.
Dire's top
See how
tower
Chalice
is
does
under
on his
attack.
Mars. He's been playing this Mars very well recently. Venomancer level 1 into the Poison Sting. We're going to see the 1-2 build to start this off?
Yeah, I think you're 1-2-0, right? I'm betting.
Yeah.
Like nearly all the time on core. There's some matchups, especially in offlane of the stuff where you're against Lifestealer and things, where sometimes you don't level Gale, but up in this mid lane, yeah, you want the pressure. I mean, this Tiny just fine in these early, like, few waves. But yeah, as time goes on, it gets harder and harder.
So nothing really popping off just yet. Look at where this wave is taking place with X Nova and Mian Mian.
They're just dueling, dude.
Oh. In between the tier 2 and the tier 3. Fun times.
The good thing is X-Nova's going to get level 2 off this wave. Even if, like, TB's not getting the farm.
Yeah.
So it's not awful.
Grabs that range creep. Mian Mian now sitting
Okay.
level 2. He's got Devour and Scorched Earth.
Yeah, Venom's now hit that level 3 mark. So Poison Sting damage goes up by 50%. Oh, sorry, a little bit more than that, actually.
So yeah, and there's the 1-2 build. And XM, he's hit that 3, and I'm excited to see how aggressive he's going to get.
I don't know if aggressive on Veno is the right word, Weekop. I don't think Veno ever gets aggressive.
Well, I think he gets in the lane at least to push the Tiny out, right? That's aggressive.
I feel like aggressive is a word that describes a lot of damage that comes through all at once. And that's not really what Veno is. He put 2 points in Gale, actually. I mean, the second point is like a big increase in damage, but
Yeah.
it like delays the points in wards that you can get.
South pop by ZC. Meanwhile, the Undying getting a little bit low here over bottom. Kaz, we were talking about him in the previous game, how he's been playing, and he's looked pretty good so far in the 5 position for this team.
Yeah, I think he's been pretty solid overall. But obviously, like, this is a lane that they should be doing well in on Magma. Morphling's having a really good time, but Mars is having, like, he's not doing too badly. When Phoenix gets level 3, this lane gets a bit harder for the Undying.
ZC about to hit that level 5.
Yeah, you can see this
Scale.
Tiny as well.
Icarus dive over. Kaz coming in. Some right clicks to push away ZC. A lot of right clicks to push onto ZC. He's just kind of standing there and taking this damage. Avalanche thrown out into XM. And he's got just an empty bottle and a Fairy Fire.
He needs somebody to TP mid. Like, Kaz is like walking back on the Undying, and it's probably going to look to TP mid in a second. But still a little way away.
Means he can't really come up on the wave. Has to sit
Pango
very far back, and he pops the south.
Pango has a Javelin already.
Wow.
Against this Terrorblade, with like low base HP pool and things, this is really strong. Like, all it takes is a couple of procs and then TB's missing like half his HP.
And XM, he's getting close to that level 6.
Radiant are
Kaz
scanning.
comes over. He's level 3 right now, and splitting some experience with ZC for the moment. Just trying to go in on this Venomancer. Guess it leaves Chalice to have a bit of an open lane, so he's happy with that.
He's real happy with that. Yeah, and see, look at this Undying now as well. Like, Phoenix hits level 3, and all of a sudden this Undying can't really trade anymore, because the Fire Spirits go up from, like, what is that, 15 to 35 damage per second each? Akaz is going to have to run all the way back to base, I'd imagine, here.
Uses that decay. James down to 560 max health, but still, it is not a fun time for this Undying. Venomancer's hit this 6, but he hasn't skilled anything just yet.
Look how much emphasis they're putting on the active runes as well when they're playing against this Tiny. Top lane, no cast comes out. Tiny's making the rotation, though.
Ooh. Meta? Doom moving in. They've got the toss right on SCCC. They throw the tree. Phoenix comes in, and ZC, looking for the right click. He just doesn't have the attack speed They get the kill on a TZY, or get
Avalanche
the
in
kill from
5.
TZY. Onto X
Got him.
Nova, and they take out
Radiant
SCCC.
structures
Then
are
move
fortified.
forward onto James, and all of a sudden,
Dire's top tower
looked like it
is
could
under
potentially
attack.
be a third. He's got the stun available in the Hurl Boulder. That one's a little tough to say.
Yeah, and with the
Dire's
catapult wave
structures
top as
are
well, they're going to try and start damaging this tier 1. But so EHOME need to like commit some more heroes up here. But it does mean when they come in here like this, they are susceptible to being killed again.
Avalanche toss, and
Dire's
X Nova shows up
tower
again
is
just to
under
die.
attack.
Yeah, but they do keep their tower alive now because the catapult wave's probably going to die here. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay. They're still keeping it alive. Oh, this is going to be a really early tier 1. This is great for MAGMA.
Basically got it secured at this point. Meanwhile, Kaz dying. But at the same
Dire's
time,
top tower has fallen.
you get that kill on the Undying, but you're losing your top tier 1. TB's no
Not a good
stranger
trade.
to farming in the jungle, but it's definitely not a good feeling.
Yeah, and the good thing about that arena kill mid on the Undying is like for Morphling, now he has so much less to like worry about for the next minute or two. He can just freely farm the jungle without really thinking about too much.
Venomancer has the urn. I would assume that's going to be a vessel for that Morphling.
Yeah, of course. He did get the urn charges from that Undying kill before.
And they do hold on to this top rune, which is a haste. So we'll see where they go with that as XM continues to just farm. But you can see things are close towards the top for the most part. From 1 to 6, it's 600 gold. But TB getting chased. They've got the toss as well as the disarm. They'll look for the Rolling Thunder. And there's the kill on the SCCC once again. Tombstone actually gets denied by Kaz. So no gold there for the Phoenix.
Yeah, I think it's really brave from SCCC to be trying, well, I say brave, to be like farming this top half of the map now. Like, your ancient triangle is like completely free, right? There's no reason, I feel like, why SCCC should be farming this top side of the map when he knows that's where MAGMA want to be playing.
Yeah.
Like, just go and take the safe area of the map. They need to protect themselves with a ward down here. But, yeah, he TP's down there straight away.
So, 1,000 net worth lead for MAGMA, but we saw them in the first game hold on to a couple of 1,000 net worth lead for the first 15 minutes or so. Guess the question becomes, can they continue to hold on to it this time
middle
around?
tower is under attack.
Almost have this spirit vessel for XM. 1,000 gold away.
Yeah, the problem is when he gets the vessel, they need more to be able to kill the Morphling, right? Like, they need a spear from an arena or something, and the vessel on top to be able to kill the Morph.
Mhm.
It's not quite, as simple as just throwing it on him and,
Scanning.
getting a free kill.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He has Maelstrom on the Pango. Cool. This is completely different, because like, usually we see this more utility Pango kind of build, where they go like Greaves or Blink or something, right? But a bit more in on the damage this game.
Well, he's going Greaves next. XM, Venomous Gale onto the Doom. And now the Poison Nova. Doom had used the War Stomp.
They get the Veno though.
Yeah, they get the Venom and they're not going to lose the Doom.
That's really nice. And now all of a sudden he gets like the XP off that kill and takes the tome. He's level 7. At 10 minutes on the Doom. So this guy's having a really good game so far. 4 points of Scorched Earth. Ooh, mid lane, Arena.
Got the arena down, but let's see if they can get anything from it. They look over as X-Nova's just dead again, and Chalice is forced away.
I'm not really sure why they tried to force the fight, knowing that like, Veno's dead, right? Seems a little bit unnecessary.
They're really not getting much done on this EHOME side. They're throwing bodies, but they're losing every single exchange.
No, I think they need the Vessel on the Veno, though, really. Like, it's such a big like point in the game for them. Because like you saw the Soul Rip on the Doom there as well was a big deal. Like it's not just the Morphling that they're using it for.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Close to it. 250 gold away.
Oh,
And Witch
half a
Doctor
toss.
again. He just gets killed off. They've got the stun onto this Doom, and SCC comes in with the Metamorphosis rolling to get a kill, which is big for him as he's been trying to recover after being pushed out of that top lane.
Yeah, he's recovered pretty well too. Like almost at the top of the net worth chart, pretty much the same as position as the Morphling.
Yeah.
So SCC doing fine. The Morphling is like a level ahead of him though. So
Radiant's bottom
That's
tower
the main
is
difference.
under attack. Radiant's
and there is this
structures
Vessel on the
are
Veno coming now.
fortified.
I think he just needs to get the recipe. Yeah, it's flying out.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Looks like
They want this
they're
Venom. Oh my god, he
they're
was
gonna
invis
look
on
towards
Tiny.
mid.
Radiant's
They've got the
bottom
Doom
tower
out
is
and the
under
damage, so they get the kill on XM. They throw down the arena on two of these heroes, as well as the spear. Cast bouncing around, Supernova out. So Kaz goes down, as does Mian Mian. Rolling Thunder, though, bouncing. Oh, the stun. I think that saves Chalice. But for how long? Turns into the Phoenix. Icarus dives behind the tier 1 tower. The spear misses. Adaptive Strike at Chalice doesn't get the kill. Trying to finish off this Mars. They lose TZY. Avalanche comes out from ZC, and finally the waveform is what finishes off
Radiant's
this Mars.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, but here comes Veno again mid with the Vessel, and there's no mana on the Morphling.
And he's in a bit of trouble.
If they can hit him with a Gale here, oh, this is gonna be bad. Can they get any more?
Kaz has got the help, but they just don't have a way to stop the TP.
Oh my god, the toss back on XM though.
So he uses yet another Spirit Vessel charge. So now he's out of charges, and he didn't get any kills from him.
Yeah, but at the same time, the Morphlings have to TP back to base. Like Terrorblade's just been free farming the jungle the whole time, so he's pulled ahead ever so slightly. Now, this obviously isn't great for EHOME, but like they still took an okay fight. Like they killed the Pango, they killed the Doom, they killed the Undying.
Still
And it is 4
feels
versus
bad
5
for him.
that whole engagement, right?
Scale, ZC. Sunray on him. He's getting close to burning out, and the spear is there. They'll get the kill. They look over, though. X-Nova loses his life. Now, SCC, he's got Metamorphosis in 6 seconds. Icarus dive
Still
all
on
the
the
way
wall.
across. Kaz ends up dead. Rolling Thunder coming through. That's going to bounce up some of these heroes. SCC got Sunder to work with, but they've got the control on a Chalice, and instead of going to the Metamorphosis and maybe trying to fight this, he just backs away.
Yeah, decent fight for the Radiant side. Again, they lose the Tiny, which is a real shame because he's like 100 gold off Blink. So if he'd have died just after buying the Blink, or if he'd have bought out, they'd have been better with it. But it's the same for Chalice on this Mars. Like he's really close to his Blink as well, so it's kind of just like even trades. Much more action-packed game though than
Yeah,
some
for
of the
sure.
other series we've seen today.
It's been really good.
Amazing what you'll find laying around.
I'll dig that.
12-7, Magma have a 1k lead thus far. Morphling has the Asha going straight E-Blade. He's not
Yeah,
getting
he
the Manta
needs-
sent out to him? Well,
He needs the burst damage potential, I think. Like there's no reason to stop for Manta. Like obviously he wants the purge against the Vessel, but there's no immediate burst damage with the Vessel to like kill him before he can waveform away.
yeah.
So he's deciding to be a little bit more greedy because I think he's worried that if he doesn't find like this E-Blade at a good timing, they might start to struggle to kill the Terrorblade.
It already seems
Sam?
like a bit of a struggle. They've got the Poison Nova as well as the Arena down. XM trying to survive this one. The Rolling Thunder comes in. They get the Throne of the Venom, so they take out the Doom. They'll find Kaz. So 2 heroes dead on the side of Magma. Rolling Thunder continue to go in. SCC can't get the Sunder off. He is dead to this morph. They throw the spear. They've got the shield crash. They'll lose ZC. And it looks like this Pango might be next. Right clicks from the Witch Doctor are not going to be enough. He ends up losing
he
his
has a
life to the
stick.
Morphling, and down goes James. Triple kill for this
Radiant's
morph.
bottom tower is
What a
under
fight
attack.
for Magma. And he now, after that fight, he's
Dire's
deciding he is
middle
going to go for
tower
Manta on the
is under
Morphling.
attack.
Like, they kill the Terrorblade once, and he's like, yeah, I think I can go Manta now.
Radiant's bottom tower
I'll
is
risk
under
it.
attack.
Really
Dire's
unfortunate for
middle
Triple C,
tower is under
like that he
attack.
couldn't get his Sunder off, but so much burst damage that
Dire's
comes through all at
middle
once with
tower
that Swashbuckle,
has
with the waveform into the Adaptive Strike. He needs to keep farming to get to that Manta. And even then, I feel like he's probably going to go Scardy's second item, I would assume. To try and help deal with the Morphling. But he might feel pressured into having to buy a BKB. We'll have to see.
So there's the Manta. The Manta going 4 steps. He's got 1 charge left on the Spirit Vessel. Chalice, meanwhile, he's got that Blink Dagger going Yule's next. TB's
So
about
I
to
do
have his
like-
Manta too.
I was going to say, I do like how actively Magma are defending their mid tier 1 though. Like, they're definitely not giving
Yeah.
it up. They are throwing their bodies at it over and over again to try and keep it alive.
There's the smoke. Is this... No, I was going to say, Rain of Roche, that wouldn't make sense. Catch X Nova, I think he's happy to break
Yeah,
this
he's-
smoke.
It's whatever. TB's still free farming mid lane, but they are TPing in here. They have the Doom available.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Illusions move forward, he mantas and leaves. He's also got the illusion rune.
He also has BKB queued up on the Terrorblade, so it does
Radiant
feel like he needs
structures
to
are
get that online.
Radiant's
Up
middle
against the
tower
Morphling, who's
is
going to
under
be
attack.
going E-Blade.
Arena, spear hits onto the Undying. They've got the Rolling Thunder, so that gets them out of the arena, but they go to the Supernova. Rolling Thunder bouncing around. Doom used onto Chalice. Supernova pops, stuns up the Pangolier. They disengage. They lose Kaz, though. So 1 dead on the side of Magma. EHOME, they, well, got the Doom out of the hands of Doom.
Radiant's bottom
They didn't lose
tower
anybody
is
for it.
under attack.
Yeah, that's a dieback on the Undying as well, because he bought back in the last fight. So dead for a long time. There's a Veil on the Phoenix as well.
Radiant's
So
bottom
XM, with all this
tower
magic
is under
damage coming
attack.
through, does get amped up by the Veil on the Phoenix. Which is something we've been seeing like Witch Doctors and stuff by recently as well, but as long as somebody gets it, it doesn't really matter who. This Tiny's going mid.
Avalanche toss coming through an XM. Poison Nova, Cask bouncing with the Maledict. He's got the Death
He's
Ward
still
out.
alive.
And Chalice gets the arena down. So now they have the spear, Maledict proccing a couple of times, Sunray, but it's just not enough damage to get the kill onto the Morphling. They look over at ZC, Chalice tossed all the way back right onto TZY. Finally, they take out this Tiny. The cast bounces over to TZY. They miss the spear. EHOME should back off that miss.
They really want to get this mid tier 1 though. Veno's going BKB second item, so you know you can tell how much he's getting
Radiant's middle
hated
tower
on in this
has
game.
fallen.
Yeah.
Dire's top
I'm
tower
starting to
is
worry a
under
lot for this
attack.
Tiny though. Like this mid Tiny's really falling off in terms of net worth. Like even his position 4 Doom's gone ahead of him now. There's been like 4 or 5 fights in a row that it feels like he's died. Okay,
Yeah,
he's only died
CC
3
really
times.
hasn't done
Never mind.
too much.
He's only died 3 times?
Is
I must be
still
lying.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, it is. Oh, James swoops in and steals the bounty from the Morph. That was nice.
I'll take that.
Precious bounty.
Let's see. Almost a Glimmer Cape for X Nova. Yes, he's been dying a lot. And by a lot, I mean 8 times.
That's not a lot. Did you see his ogre earlier? Yes.
What was it, 11 times?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, Doom.
In
Oh, dear.
trouble. In the arena and surviving for now. But there's the ulti from X Nova. Rolling Thunder coming in. Damage on the TZY. Not a lot, but some. We've got the Rolling Thunder as well as the Shield Crash and the Giant Toss Shield Crash, basically. Take out Chalice.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
Kind of a 3 for a 3 there. Considering the Doom's farm.
Yeah, I guess so. He almost has a BKB on the Doom. That's a big timing. especially against like this Veno Phoenix, right? And even the arena as well. He needs to try and get this Doom off onto the Veno every single fight before he can pop the Poison Nova. But it's not, you know, easy before he gets Blink. But the BKB's more important to get than the Blink itself. BKB finished on the Terrorblade as well.
It's before the Morph even gets the E-Blade.
Yeah, considering how well the Morph was doing before, SCCC's had a decent time catching up.
Yeah, for sure. What's going for next, Scotty? Yeah.
Yeah, the Skadi's really good against Morph. It's 50% slow, but it also reduces that healing that comes through from the attribute.
Got the arena down as well as the spear. They'll find TZY.
Can't even get the Greaves off in time. Do they look at potentially going Rocher now the Pango's dead? Yeah, they're gonna move in. Okay. Start setting the Veno wards up. Let's get some vision down.
Make sure nobody can get into this pit. They're going to TP over. They're certainly going to try. It's not the fastest Roche ever.
Morphling.
Morphling, he's okay. Spear misses from Chalice. And again, the question is, do they want to make this attempt? They do have the Blink Dagger on ZC ready to make the jump.
It depends whether the Veno wards can cancel the Blink or not, though, right? Like, this Veno's playing on the bot half of the Roche pit, but Tiny playing on the top side.
Spear thrown and Aegis in their hands. They got the toss out on X Nova. Now that a K hits on XM as well as SCCC, they'll go and take out ZC's life, losing that Tiny, and all of a sudden, you know, you've got the Aegis and you have an advantage here for EHOME.
Yeah, did the TB take it? He did. Okay. I don't think they can massively push their advantage with this Aegis, though. I think they almost have to like wait for a Skadi and then potentially even a damage item on the TB as well. Because like he is strong with this BKB, but I don't know if it's enough to deal with the Morphling in itself. But they might feel like with the double BKB on their cores, they might be able to get something done.
The BKBs, because I know we got that E-Blade.
You know, that pick-off on the Pango doesn't feel costly in itself, but when you give away Roche with it straight away afterwards, you know, then potentially EHOME, they have this 2k net worth lead. Now they can use that Aegis to potentially take another advantageous fight going their way. You know, it starts to really snowball out of control how, you know, big that Pango death is.
They've got the vision on the Morphling. They'll throw the cask. Maledict comes through. Spear lands. Now the Sunray. They have a lot of damage coming through. But behind them, Avalanche toss on XM. Pops the BKB, goes into the Poison Nova. They've got the arena round onto the Morphling. They just can't stop his TP. The BKB's getting popped all over the place. Goes to the Sunder. SCCC playing really on the edge here. But they've got the Supernova popping, and they've got the cask hitting on a TZY. He'll get burned out via the Sunray. So they only lose this Pangolier. He's dead for 50 seconds. However, Kaz trying to get under the tier 2 tower. He's not going to be safe there regardless. They'll find themselves a +1.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Like, normally that Sunder, you'd be like, whoa, that's, you know, a bit risky. But the fact that he has the Aegis, and he still doesn't die in the fight, there's now no Doom for 100 seconds. You know, we've talked about whether this they'd be able to use this Aegis to their advantage. They have good sustain with the Witch Doctor and the Phoenix. And Meta's still available.
Going off Chalice.
What is Chalice doing there? I imagine he was trying to push out mid lane, but you've got to respect the damage that can come out, even if it's 3 versus 5.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just walk around the jungle alone. Especially not at night.
Lead. TB really starting to pull ahead.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, it feels like every time I look at the net worth chart, he's getting slightly further ahead of the Morph. And he almost has this Skadi now as well. About 800 gold away off.
Phoenix almost has his Shivas. He's got a crazy amount of farm.
And again, they're going to have so many ways of dealing with this what's it called, attribute shift on the Morphling. They're going to have Shivas on the Phoenix. They're going to have Skadi on the TB. They're going to have Vessel on the Veno. So this Morphling has been really difficult to kill so far this game. Like, they haven't managed it once yet. But I feel like all it takes is one death on the Morphling, and then his game's really hard. Because this TB will pull so far ahead if he has to buy back.
Dire are scanning.
They smoke up. And the scan comes in, it connects onto TZY.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Morphling's just hiding in the trees.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're gonna force them back by taking this tier 2, although we said that last time and they just kind of took everything they wanted.
Pango.
They've got the spear that'll connect to the arena.
There's Doom up, but like, how do you enter this fight now that the
Dire's top
Pango's
tower
dead?
has fallen. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Tombstone down. Eventually that's extra 200 gold.
I think the Pango
XM.
has to buy back. Do you really want to give away this tier 3? Because if the Pango doesn't buy back, they're going to take this.
This felt like the last game as well. They were very complacent in losing their buildings.
It's just been EHOME getting some really good pickoffs in the mid game here, and then them using those pickoffs to further their advantage each time. Like, I wouldn't say MAGMA have made any massive mistakes, like as a team, but it's more like individual errors, like getting picked off on the map. Orb of destruction for the TB.
To hit even harder.
And yeah, they do give up their tier 3 as well, so next time EHOME win a fight, or if they get a pick off, it's going to be an easy set of racks for them, running down that mid lane. I like this Lincoln's pick up from XM as well that he's going for. Up against the Doom, up against the E-Blade. Arena.
Spear, and they've got the Undying, but they don't
Didn't
finish
quite
him
get him.
off. And they have the Undying locked up. The BKB gets popped by XM. They go into the Rolling Thunder. They've got the Poison Nova. Now he morphs into the TB, goes into the Metamorphosis. They get the Kona X Nova as well as XM.
And they still have the Doom available if they find somebody else.
Radiant's courier has been
Potentially
killed.
find a
TB.
+1.
He does have a TP squad, but he just walks into a creep wave.
Radiant's top tower
gonna be
is
fine.
under attack.
And they will not find TB.
Yeah, really well played by MAGMA. But that is the 10-second BKB by the Morph. Then they just have Lincolns now as well. How long is the Doom BKB? 8 seconds. Alright. Veno
Radiant's
BKB 8
top tower is
seconds.
under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, Phoenix has Shivas now as well. They've smoked up on MAGMA though. They're looking for something here. I think they want to try and take a fight. Like, just get these pickoffs like EHOME have been doing, and then try and take a numbers advantage. They drop the ward down.
Got the Avalanche Toss. BKB, Popeye XM, but the damage is still there. Meanwhile, on the other side of this fight, the BKB's been Popeye S Triple C. They go for the kill on a cast. They get the takeout onto Undying. Now they look for the Doom with the Rolling Thunder going around. TZY hit by the cast. He's not going to care. As now he finally drops out of the Rolling Thunder. They've got the Sunray on him. Morphling trying to run, pops the Manta. Right clicks coming through onto the Illusions, and a lot of damage on a Chalice. He needs to be very careful because it looks like maybe the Morphling's going to try and come back in onto him. But they've got the Yules, Avalanche
Chalice.
Toss, Maledict down. Now the ulti from the Witch Doctor. They'll take out ZC, turn their attention over to the Morphling, who's in so much trouble, in too deep, and he'll end up falling as CCC takes the 8-time spree away. And that is a big, massive kill here for EHOME.
This is what I'm saying. Trying to attribute shift next to like this TB hitting you with Skadi, the Shivas on the Phoenix. You can waveform in, but you don't win this fight against the TB anymore.
Death tax.
Regeneration.
I don't know, he's going to go Skadi on the Morphling, but I think he needs to go like Daedalus or something. I think he needs to go like raw right-click damage. And try and just out-DPS the TB that way. Kaz has been caught again.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Killing the Undying. Take the tier 1. all of a sudden, it's a 6K lead. On top of which, SCC has 23,000 net worth.
5,000 net worth ahead of the Morphling. It's like just a one big item, right? I guess it's the MKB.
They've got meta in 40 seconds if they really want to go in on this.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think they just... I was going to say they wait for the second Roach, but it's actually spawned already.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they're trying to come over. They're just not quick enough.
Radiant are
Scan
scanning.
comes out, but
Are scanning.
they've already got it.
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
Fight rage is on. They've got the arena. The BKB's been popped by the Morphling as well as the Doom. Chalice just trying to take up some of their time. He's got the spear that hits onto the Pangolier. The rest of the team coming forward. Icarus dive with the Shivas. I believe
Nice
that hit on
tombstone
the
as well.
ZC. Got the Tombstone in as well as the Rolling Thunder. Disrupting this fight. The Avalanche as well as the Toss. Ooh, into the Supernova. Now they got to try and take out this egg if they can. But they get the kill on ZC as well as TZY. They'll take out the Doom. Now they focus their attention onto the Morphling. The Spear doesn't land under the trees. He's trying to turn, maybe waveform onto the low ground. He gets away. Sunray, TP, and gone.
I'll take that.
Very close. They all have buyback on the Radiant side, but you see, like, this is the problem I was saying that they have with the egg.
Radiant's top tower is
Like,
under
nobody
attack.
hits it. So when it goes off in a fight, the only person that can destroy the egg is, like, the Morphling.
Radiant's
But if the
top tower
Morphling's spending
is
the whole
falling.
duration of the fight hitting the egg, it's not going to work.
Wait, I'm still alive.
They still have meta for a little bit of time here, but they do have the Aegis
Radiant's
as well
top
on
tower
EHOME.
is under attack. Radiant
No
structures
glyph.
are fortified.
Let's see what they can do.
Radiant's top
Arena
tower
down.
is falling.
Spear.
Tango just brought back.
TZY again.
Radiant's top barracks are
And they're going to
under
go and put the Morphling forward. He used the waveform. Hit with the Venomous Gale. Shivas.
Oh, Phoenix.
Avalanche toss. Phoenix doesn't have the Supernova this time, but the Sunder from SCCC with the Aegis, so he's willing to give up his life. But he doesn't even have to do that.
Radiant's middle
Got the top set of racks. They'll go for the mid set of racks. They'll take out both, most likely. Avalanche
Triple C.
toss. Aegis gone. It's probably what he was expecting, considering the fact that he used that Sunder to keep alive the Phoenix. Phoenix, who, by the
Doom's
way,
in
has
trouble.
Supernova in 24 seconds. They've got the Spear onto the Doom, and they'll get the kill. He'll buy back immediately, again focusing onto the mid set of racks. So two sets of racks are gone. The bottom tier 3 in that set of racks are still open and available for business. And you're starting to get these ultis back up. 9 seconds till the Supernova's back up. 6 seconds till you've got yourself the arena. On top of which, 46 seconds till the meta's up. And this fight's being long and drawn out. They've got the arena as well as the poison up with the BKB being popped by the Morphling. Mars backs away. They focus their attention on the Doom, who just bought back. They'll buy back on the
Just dives
Tiny.
back.
ZC, he'll see what he can accomplish. He's got the toss-up on XM. Icarus dive all the way across. Supernova, once again, they get the kill on the Venomancer, but now they start to run for the Supernova, and this is not going to look good as they hit the Spear. No, they
Good
don't.
spear.
He goes onto the low ground, but he's hit with the Supernova exploding, and he'll go down. Everybody gone from the side of Magma, and GG is called. EHOME take the 2-0.
Yeah, convincing performance from EHOME. I mean, this is what was expected coming into this series. You know, maybe game 1 was a little bit wonky. Game 2, a little bit of back and forth early on, especially as well. But, you know, as the game went on, especially after that first Aegis, it snowballed out of control so much quicker than I thought it would. You know, how many times did Magma get picked off this game in, like, either the Tiny or the Pango, sometimes even the Undying or the Doom as well. And EHOME punished them every single time by pushing their advantage and taking structures, taking more of the map control back their way. And, yeah, they'll be happy with this series, but I think the big one for them is losing to Asta before. I'm going to go back to it. You know, they'll feel good about winning this one, but the fact that they don't come top of their group, they'll be a little bit disappointed with.
Yeah, for sure. It is, you know, definitely an opportunity for EHOME. They could have come top of their group. They end up losing to Aster. EHOME's been playing some pretty good Dota. They just got to look back at that Aster series and really figure that out. Over Magma, 2-0, things looked good for them, and now we take a look as the group ends with Aster 3-0, EHOME 2-1, Magma 1-2, and IG out of it as they drop all 3 series. So things get interesting from this point. We've got tomorrow off, you know, a sleep day, if you will, and that'll put MAGMA up against Vici, and then that'll put EHOME up against Royal Never Give Up. And the schedule, as we come back, ends up going down to 2 BO3s. So we've got Vici, MAGMA, Royal Never Give Up against EHOME, and then, of course, we start going even further into that on the day after with LGD up against the winners and Aster against the winners, and things start to get really interesting now that we're up into the playoffs. We've gotten through the group stage, and it's time to rock and roll, right?
Yeah, but I'll be honest, after watching all the teams in the group so far, I feel like LGD almost a little bit, quite far ahead of everybody else.
Yeah.
I think Vici, RNG are the two teams to watch out for, even though they're in the same group as LGD, potentially that can challenge them. And for me, it's almost like who can get to the final to challenge LGD. It almost feels like it's almost inevitable at this point for me, just from the games we've seen so far from them, not just in this tournament, but also in the Pro Cup just before, where they went the whole way through the playoffs without dropping a game.